Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to Urban Strife. Urban Strife is currently a demo that you can play as part of the NextFest, and it is what happens when you put XCOM 2 into a zombie survival situation. The world has gone to shit, and we have a small band of survivors that is, well, trying to survive. It is turn-based. You are trying to survive zombies, but not just them. You're also trying to face off and survive against scavengers, marauders, and, believe it or not, Caesar's Legion, the guys from the Fallout universe. There is, of course, team management. You're trying to do in turn-based strategy, command your own team to move up to more favorable situations. You're scavenging across a fairly large map. You can move from one map to another, as I'm going to show you. And on top of that, you're trying to, of course, improve your own base. Because you're not just a small team trying to survive, you are a group of survivors. So, let me show you what this game is all about. After setting up your character, you can immediately move out to try and get to safety. And I can already start looting some stuff from the ambulance that I just came out of. I'm going to get my group over to the exit point, which is over there. And of course, it's not just going to be easy to get there. There are a few undead civilians around. Over here on the bottom left hand side, we can have either running speed, walking speed, or sneaking. And since I'm not in combat, and I prefer not to be in combat yet, I'm just gonna not turn on the run mode. Because the more you run, the more likely you are to get detected, and then you are gonna go into combat. Now there are some various things that you can pick up over here. I haven't quite figured out what to do with all of them, but car parts can eventually be transplanted into a new vehicle, and with a new vehicle you can make sure that on the larger scheme of things, on the larger map, you can actually get quite a bit more distance. You can start moving around more, and that is important. We wake up as a survivor, sort of. Kaylee over here is my operator that is not quite my own character yet. And I'm not in combat, so it's currently... it's a bit odd. It's not a turn-based strategy game yet. Because the only moment that you are turning into turn-based strategy is when you're actually going into combat. Now, what happens now is that I can characterize my own, or I can customize my own character, if you will. Some of these things are not yet finalized because this is a demo. The game is slated to come out 2022 and does not have more than a year release date yet. So it could be January, it could be December, I don't know. Now I'm not going to be customizing too much about this character. John is a perfectly acceptable name, so let's continue. And over here we can immediately start speccing into how you want your character to be built. Do you want to go for more endurance, thus having more maximum health, strength, so more carrying capacity, more melee damage, agility, which means more action points, interrupt chances, and melee combat evasion, dexterity, for using items and melee combat chance to hit. As you can see, melee combat is pretty important in this game. Marksmanship, which means you can hit stuff or you cannot hit stuff, and intelligence is currently not functional yet. I'm going to just keep everything neutral, and then you're going to move on to the traits, which unfortunately are disabled in the demo, but there are a whole bunch of traits that you will eventually be able to pick from. A little while later, we wake up in the survival colony, and this is where we're pretty quickly going to get put to work to retrieve a scientist, and the important part about the scientist is that they can fix our radio. Now we have a couple more characters that we can use. I'm going to go with a shotgun. And this is basically our band of units. We have John, which is my character. I have Kaylee, which is the woman that just rescued me. I'll see her at the gate. We have Lucy Lee. She is a Chinese medical exchange student, and she is over here in the vicinity of Atlanta, where she is working at the hospital. She has, as they all do, their own, let's say, favorable parts. She wants you to start working on the clinic. Kaylee wants to keep the colony safe, I think, and then we have Billy Bow, who is dumb as a bunch of rocks, but he's a decent melee fighter. He's the sheriff of the town after the rest of the guys died. Now, what you see here is my base. And it's currently not that much to look at. It appears to be an old, I think, library building. Or, well, it even has a jail. Maybe no, actually, they tell you what it is. I think it's the old townhouse. What you can also see over here is the bottom left-hand side is what I have. I have shotgun for a damage to 75 to 100, single shot, and I fire buckshot. You can also switch this thing to be blunt. And now it's going to be using the butt of the gun to try and strike enemies. You can strike enemies in the form of zombies, but also just standard NPCs. What else do we have? Well, a whole lot. We're currently in our shelter, and unfortunately the whole part about the shelter is disabled in the demo, but we can upgrade this quite a bit. I can start generating power with an electric generator, we can eventually get a pharmacy operational, we can get a car garage, all sorts of stuff. And in order to do that, of course, you're going to probably need the resources up here. Wood, metal, chemicals, high-tech parts. You're going to have to try and balance out how much of a horde threat your base has versus how much survival rating you have. And all that while you are trying to manage your team. Which is, in my case, my character John, Billy Bo Hicks, the sheriff, Kaylee Adams, the hunter, and Lu Shi Lee, the nurse. They all have their own weaponry. Billy Bo comes with a Lock 19, no, not a Glock, a Lock 19, and a pin roller. Kaylee comes with a Plinker 1022 and a kitchen knife, and Lou comes with a recurve crossbow. If you don't like the way that the weapons are sorted, you can just swap these out from character to character. So I can say, you know what, you're going to have my shotgun, I'll have your crossbow, and that's the way that we're going to do business. But in this case, I'm just going to stick with the standard loadout. There is also the capability to start crafting stuff, provided that you have enough resources to do so. For example, if I have a screwdriver, metal pipes, optical parts, and gun parts, I can turn that into a scope, which I suppose is going to boost my accuracy. And in this category we have mods, which is the scope and the silencer. We have additional weapons, ranging from a plank to a spiked baseball bat to a Magnum 357 scoped. And this is going to probably be more extensive as the game gets developed. We can even craft our own ammo. If you build, or if you get an army knife and some planks, you can turn that into a wooden bolt. You can start crafting Molotov cocktails. You can start getting bandages in case your guys get hurt and you want to heal them back up. And you can also disassemble stuff. So that, for example, a shotgun and a toolbox is going to get turned into useful parts, which you can then turn into other weapons. I really like this part. I think it's going to make for some very interesting choices. It's not, of course, going to be easy to pick the right option, because there might not be a right option. What else? The map. We are currently over here at the shelter, and we have to go to the Adams Villa. This is currently the only one that we can go to, but there are definitely going to be more. There will be a lot more waypoints / area of operations that you can move into. One thing that you're going to have to work around is that it's currently 10:25 AM. As you can see here on the top left-hand side, it's day 1. This ticks up pretty quickly. I think every 2 or 3 seconds it ticks another minute in-game. During the daytime, the missions are doable. During nighttime, the crawlers or the undead become more active. So try and get your missions done during daytime if you want to have the best chance of survival. You also have a couple of other groups, factions if you will, and you can have various different statuses with them. We have the a group which is known by a commander called the Prez. This is the Urban Biker Charter. We have the Church of the Second Chance, and we have the National Guard. And there could be more. I'm not sure exactly how many more, but we'll just have to see. You can be allies or you can be hostile with these guys. Currently, to-do list, nothing. I suppose you might have some sort of semi-side quests here. And then notes, not too much, as it is currently disabled. So, let's get on to a mission. In order to get to the mission, I had to go to the edge of the map. You can see that here. And I have to go to the Adams Villa. So, opening the map, and now the Adams Villa is actually accessible. If you had a car, you could drive here, which means you're going to get there faster. If you don't have a car, you're just going to have to drive there and you'll travel time... Oh, sorry, you're just going to have to walk there and your travel time will be about 15 minutes. So let's head out. The reason why we're going here, again, is to try and get our radio fixed. And here we are, at the mission site. Fort Home is a few houses up the street. It'll be better fortified than our shelter. Hard to miss. And let's avoid Legion patrols for now, okay? There's his house. That's where we need to go. But there is more. Because I got more than one team member. And they all have their own priorities. Billy Bow, my sheriff, knows that old Sheriff Rogers' house is the one with the police sedan outside. And we might be able to find some more guns out there. So this is another house that we effectively have to go to as part of this mission. Well, that's not strictly true. We can go there. We don't have to go there, but it might yield you some results. Lucy wants me to check out the area over here, where we can potentially get another survivor. Again, I don't have to do all of them. The objective here is to travel to... to locate Professor Ford. How you go about that is entirely up to you. I could try, for example, sneaking around the side of the map here, and then getting to the police cruiser, and potentially whatever else is happening inside that house, whatever else is hidden there or can be scavenged from there. But any of these houses that you can see are accessible, and they might all get something useful. But there is an important resource that you have to keep an eye on, and it's time. 11:18 currently. I mentioned it before. Time is going to force you to make some decisions. Are you going to go for a longer run to scout out more houses, or are you going to go straight to the objectives? For now, though, I have to worry about conflict because we have ticked off some scavengers. They're seemingly in the yard over here. There's one that I can see so far. And some of my guys are not in cover, so let's start with them in cover.
Here I am. Got it, mate.
And this is basically where the whole turn-based strategy comes in. I'm going to start to get into favorable positions and try to eliminate the opposition. Different, however, from XCOM is your ability to get the guns from the guys that you have just taken out and immediately use those for your own benefit. I can immediately pick up guns and equip them. And that's particularly useful. Because if I have just, for example, used John's shotgun against somebody with a crossbow, and then my next target is somebody who has more range than I do, I could potentially pick up their crossbow and see if I can go after them with that crossbow instead of having to sort of jump cover to cover in order to get closer to them. This woman's also getting into cover. That one seemingly isn't even active yet. Now, based on what I saw that she had, the one in cover here, it seems to be some sort of nail gun. It was yellow.
Yeah.
I already encountered one of those during my earlier run, or my earlier attempt at this. And it seems like the nail gun has fairly restricted range. Let's see, can you hit this? No, it's too far away for your lowly 22. So let's get you over here. Kaylee's gonna sneak there. This is quite a bit of terrain to cover.
What?
So let's see if I can get Billy to run. Oh crap, he's not gonna make it there. He doesn't have the action points. He's gonna be stuck out there. Not in line of sight of the woman over there. And that might actually come to my benefit. Let's see. Seeing as there are no others around... hold on. Let's take you off of crouch and run you over there. I might be able to use the building here and come up through what seems to be the kitchen to flank the ones over there. That's especially a location where I would want my shotgunner to be. Unfortunately, his ability... Well, you can crouch there slowly, but running is going to take you there faster, although you're going to be sticking out. Alright, their turn. Here she comes. Standing out in the open. That's bold.
Here I am.
Kaylee. Optimal range. Engage the target. There we go. One hit on her right hand. Missed. And now she's effectively out of action points. She still has 6. So I'm going to use that to step one side and make sure I break line of sight. Your units all have an injury overview. And for example, if you get hit in your arm, I imagine you might lose accuracy. If you get hit in the leg, you lose maneuverability. If you get hit in the head, you might lose accuracy as well. All of these injuries can start to rack up and make you less and less and less effective. Right, I'm going to keep Billy Bow here and tell him to overwatch this area.
Here.
And in the meanwhile, we're going to have Lucy run this bit. I'm hoping that there aren't too many scavs around here.
Ready.
And John... I think it's safest to park here and then make the next dash in the next turn. All these turns take a bit of time, so plan your advances accordingly. Because time is a resource. If you take too long, if you go into the nighttime, it could turn problematic.
What do y'all need?
There we go. Billy can now interrupt because he still has action points. And immediately two taps the woman and kills her. Well, not strictly kills her. She is not dead, but she's down. She can still get bandaged and then healed, and she'll be back in the fight.
Yeah.
Now, it seems like the AI has completely forgotten that Kaylee is over there because they can't see her anymore. So now I'm in a very, very nice attack position here. I can take a shot at the right hand of the scav. I can take another shot. Keep in mind, it's only a .22. It's not going to do that much. I'm going to break line of sight again. This is too far away. I'm going to crouch you down and have you overwatch the area. Crouching, by the way, is C, in case you don't know the keys yet. And you're playing the demo, that is.
You need me?
John. Now we can move. Double time. You know what? Check out the car while you're there. Some cloth rags. I believe you can turn these into bandages eventually. I can turn to look at that if I had the ability points or the action points to get there. She is in a pretty shitty position. Billy gets another interrupt shot. And misses. Misses twice. Yeah, she thinks she's safe. She's wrong, but she, again, cannot see Kaylee. You can very nicely outsmart the AI this way. And there she goes. Scavenger is down.
What?
Now, I can move in. I don't really have to use my precious ammo, so I can swap to the pin roller that Billy Bow is equipped. And I can hit her over the head with it. I might have to hit her a few times, otherwise she'll not go down. The weak scavenger here, unfortunately for her, is going to get butchered.
You call Lucy?
Let's have Lucy open the door here. Oh, good lord, hello. Back into cover. We're going to take this scavenger. Missed.
You need me?
John, I want you over there. And this seems to be a very nice range for a shotgun blast. Ooh, that wiped him out proper. Okay. I'm going to move him away to make sure that you cannot get attacked. I'm going to push her back to here. Effectively breaking line of sight, forcing them to come to me. And by moving, they lose ability points, or sorry, action points, and thus they hopefully cannot attack me. Ah, they broke through the window. They're going to move through the yard. There they are.
Y'all again?
Now, I'm still trying to work over this one, but this has suddenly taken priority. Let's switch back to the pistol. Get you over there. I'm going to crouch you down here.
Yeah.
Kaylee is in a less than favorable position.
No worries.
All the way out there. Let's swap back to the rifle. I don't have the effective ability points to make this... Sorry, action points. I keep calling them ability points. I don't have the AP to make it work. Firing shotgun takes 12 AP. So I probably won't be able to do this. But what I can do is move to here. And just overwatch this area in case they do make it in front. Oh crap, there's another one. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
Lucy here.
Out of range. Oh, sorry, out of sight. Hello. Nice hit. Crouch down.
What do y'all
Okay,
need?
Billy's crouched.
Hurry up.
Kaylee's in a good
You call
position.
Lucy.
Lucy's in a fairly good position. Your turn. Going for Lucy. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 4 hits. Oof. This one is getting flanked and is reconsidering, but he seems to be carrying a shotgun.
Ready.
Not a big fan of that.
Let's
Get
go.
you over here. Hit this one with the shotgun. This should be a very easy kill. There we go. Down. Lucy is hit, but I think doesn't have any critical debuffs. No, nothing yet, anyway. Overwatching from this position is pretty bad. So let's move to here. Running over there. And I can still put a crossbow bolt into this one just to finish him off. There we go. That one's down.
Y'all again.
That shotgunner is fairly contained, so I still want to take out these guys completely and see what they have on them, because I might be able to make use of those nail guns. Dead. Alright, well done. We're there. There we go. She has a nail gun. There's 44 out of 50 metal in there, so there is still a bunch of ammo. They do 2 to 3 damage, and pen damage is very low, so I'll not be able to go through armor. But it might come in useful, and so can the hammer. Especially since this hammer does a lot more damage than this roller. So effectively, in the middle of a fight, I have upgraded my weapons.
Yeah.
Kaylee. That shotgunner's over there. This is the edge of the map. I cannot move beyond that.
No
So let's get you here. Let's crouch you down if you still have AP for that. Okay, your turn. There's somewhere in there. But I don't exactly know where.
What do you all
Billy.
need?
There we go. That took him out. Now, it can be a bit finicky to try and get... There we go, the search icon. Take another hammer and another nail gun. Just get back a little bit.
Here I am.
Kaylee, I want you to start flanking the position here. Who's gonna walk there? Oh crap, I should have run there.
Lucy.
Lucy, check out this area here. Just scavenge while we're at it. Empty bottle. Go here. We can break through here. It's just that a crossbow is not a great weapon up close. And I'm very, very concerned about getting hit with a shotgun at this range. So let's continue to overwatch here. Billy, not that much to do. It seems like the AI doesn't quite know what to do, or they're prepping an ambush. There he is. He went all the way to the edge of the house. Okay, I'm gonna crouch down. Missed.
Lucy here.
This means that Lucy could be in a perfect flanking position. I'm just gonna make sure that I get the kill quickly.
Here.
Maybe I need to bring John over here. Because they can't see this. Yeah, John, I want you to run over there. The window was fortunately already opened or broken, so they won't know that I'm going through there. Overwatch this, in case they want to move.
Ready.
To some extent, I have time on my side, so I have the...
Let's go.
Well,
What do y'all
I
need?
have the luxury, if you will, of taking a bit of time to try and plan this approach well and not get any hits. Left was a hit,
Here
but
I am.
I think that wasn't critical. Was it, Kaylee? No debuffs. Okay, and since you fired that shotgun, that means that you don't have any way of firing again.
Let's go.
Open that door.
Let's
out
go.
of sight. Ah, there's a bit of wall in the way. Okay, fine. We'll overwatch this area then.
Y'all again?
Billy doesn't really have that much to do, but since it's fairly safe here, I can get another nail gun. And I can see what you have. And you have a you have a frying pan. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, if only I could dual wield nail guns. Oh well. Can I swap out what he has? Yes, sort of. Yeah, I can have effectively 2 ranged weapons, so I can have the nail gun or the Lock 19. Yes, the Lock 19,
You call
not the
Lucy?
Glock.
Lucy
I
do.
want you to start sneaking around. Continue to
Y'all
Overwatch.
again?
Got it.
Yeah, let's move to here. And I'm going to Overwatch here as well, in case they want to come out and make an
Y'all
attack.
again?
And that's my turn done. I think they're overwatching,
Lucy, present.
which is not great. But they're overwatching in that direction. They have no idea that Lucy's here.
Lucy do.
And immediately Lucy takes out the guy from the back. But there's more. And this fight can last quite a while. I won't show you the entire fight, because this is just one fight. And there can be many more on this particular map, because I still have to clear out the house over here. Don't know how many there are, scavengers. And I have to see about the house from the professor. And then I might have to go and find, I think it was here, the friend from Lucy. So I still have a lot more to do. Overall, I really like what I'm seeing with Urban Strife. I love playing turn-based strategy because it's not so incredibly high stakes that you cannot step away from the computer. You can just carefully think your plans through. And also, and this is something I particularly appreciate as a dad, you get some time to do stuff between turns. Now, why would you want to? Well, Quinn, who's currently 1 year old, is very mobile, my kid. And he is most of the time trying to explore the house or breaking shit down. So being able to step away from the house, from the computer, and either play with him, tend to him, or interfere whatever he's collapsing is very useful. So it is also a dad-proof game. Now again, it is coming out sometime next year. I don't have a release date beyond 2022. I hope the game's going to stay on schedule. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how the whole base upgrading thing is going to go, the shelter upgrade. Because this is just a lot of resource management. Trying to get your food in reserve, potentially making more food. You can see I'm consuming a whole bunch, so in less than 4 days I'd run out of food. All of this stuff, I'm very much looking forward to playing more of it. Unfortunately, not quite yet. For now, I hope you guys enjoy what you see as well. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. I might do another video on this if I get enough interesting footage, and otherwise, well, we'll just have to wait until the actual game comes out. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for more videos.